morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, hi. Jason and I are going into Atlantis tonight. I wonder how Atlantis will be. Boop. Wait, Lostbelt 5, Ancient Ocean of the Dreadnought Gods. You know, that sounds edgy. I'm gonna go into it. Hello, hello. And yo, I'm hoping Doman comes home. I'm debating how much Saint Quartz I want to get for him. Since there's other stuff I want to buy too, you know? There's good sales. Good morning, Senpai. Is your formal dress all ready to go? Formal dress? Wait, what? I know it's been a long 2 weeks since we got back from the Indian Lostbelt. But today, they're finally supposed to finish making modifications to the shadow border and complete construction of the new Nautilus that has a shadow border at its core. Wait. Okay, so this is 2 weeks after the Indian Lostbelt. At what point in time does the imaginary scramble appear? Because that's between this and, like, between the Indian Lostbelt and this, right? What a busy 2 weeks. Sheesh. I can't wait to see what it looks like once they let us back into the dock at 9 a.m. I remember Captain was very particular about having us, quote, wake up at the crack of dawn and remain on standby until further notice. Which just makes me that much more curious. Okay, around 4.5, so 1 week into our break, we had imaginary scramble. Ahem. Testing. Everything good with this mic? Hey guys, can you hear me? Are my dulcet tones carrying clearly into your waiting ears? Tomlin, Kawada, Octavia, Jin, Kayan, Elron, Marcus, Minair, Director Gordalf, Mash, and last but not least, Misaki. As the 11 staff members of Novum Chaldea, your patience has been much appreciated. Now come on down to the dock and meet our brand new ship. That's right. It's time for the launch ceremony for Captain Nemo's Nautilus. You know, maybe Sylvia's last name is one of their names. Could be. But yeah, she probably didn't make it. Though she was kind of mean inside of Chaldea. My favorite staff member is Munair, because I got to fight him. Hey! Thanks for coming to celebrate with us. We're so lucky we got to put the Nautilus together in a secret underground dock like this. Congratulations, guys! We deserve it. I can't wait till we can set sail. Congratulations to you too, Misaki and Mash. And man, Arnold, he was the one inside of the Seraph, right? The one who bossed me around. Humph. You guys are gonna be there for tomorrow's test voyage too, right? Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. I wonder if we can still fire torpedoes in the Void Sea. Well, you have to ask Raiko and Osaka Behime if they're willing to fire torpedoes. Master? Do you know why there's so many Nemos here? It's a whole series of Nemos. The Nemo series. No, but I've seen them around here and there before. It's a whole series of Nemos. The Nemo series. I'm still salty I couldn't summon you, Nemo. Hey, who said you could leave your posts? You're making a mockery of the launch ceremony, damn it. Marines, line up. Look out, guys. Captain's all mad. Come on, let's all line up. That's more like it. Now, roll call. Nemo Marine, reporting in for duty. I'm in charge of the deck. And I want you to requisition me a new mop. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of loading the really, really heavy torpedoes. Will somebody trade posts with me? Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of the computer room, and I'm still not sure taking notes by hand is really the best idea. Understandable, Nemo C. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of cleaning the kitchen and bathrooms. A clean ship is a happy ship. That is the worst job. I rather load the really, really heavy torpedoes than clean the kitchen and bathroom. Ew. Nemo Marine, reporting for duty. I'm in charge of... Aw, we're skipping the rest. Man. Whoa. Whoa! Oh, 4. That's enough, damn it. I was a bit overwhelmed with all the new information even before this parade of identical faces. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Since when do you have so many subordinates? That's as silly as asking a fluvial sculpin why it swims upstream, Gordolf. The Marines are clones, or instances of me, who specialize in different operations. I can see why this got its own event. The Nemo series are fun. Having a large enough crew is an essential part of any voyage. I didn't make the Marines for you guys. I made them solely to help with the ship. And the ship is where they'll stay. You could say they're animated metaphors in my mental support structure. They're fully autonomous, possible alternative versions of me who... Thank you, Captain. I will take it from here. You have many talents, but explaining things is clearly not one of them. You see, the ability Captain is using to make those clones belongs to neither Nemo, the heroic spirit, nor to Triton, the divine spirit. Those of us at the Atlas Institute use a technique called memory partition as part of our basic thought processes. So I gave Captain the ability to use it when I formed a contract with him. Essentially, it lets you, well, partition your brain so that you can have multiple cells processing different things simultaneously. I would love that. I want that ability with homework. I'm neglecting a book report, but it's not due until the week after Thanksgiving, which is next week. Plenty of time. In Captain's case, that resulted in him gaining the ability to create multiple physical cells that all act with complete autonomy. In other words, all the work pertaining to running a ship that Captain Nemo has been doing by himself to date. Or perhaps, more accurately, all the work he has been wishing to do, but was thus far unable to carry out due to a lack of personnel, is now being carried out by all these other Nemos thanks to the evolution he independently achieved. Wow, talk about a hard worker. They don't all just look like Nemo. They are Nemo. Aye aye, ma'am. Though of course, we all have to do whatever the captain tells us to. Bring on Baker-chan. Baker-chan's my favorite. So there's going to be lots and lots of Nemos working on the board the Nautilus then. Well, the number of Marines will change depending on the circumstances. Also, the Marines aren't the only other Nemos in my Nemo series. I'll introduce you to them properly when the time is right, but for now... There's Nemo Professor, whose job is to analyze situations, come up with plans, and conduct scientific research. Next, there's Nemo Baker, the cook who'll be in charge of preparing everyone's meals. All these roles are important, of course, but hers stands out in particular. Yeah, hers stands out because she's my favorite. Then there's Nemo Engineer, who's who's so who's so cantankerous you'll never believe she was me. She'll just as soon throw a wrench at you as look at you. She's my second favorite. Those, along with the Marines, are the crew I'll be taking along to run the ship. Ah, I guess Nurse Chan doesn't exist yet. The only downside is that bringing the boarder aboard the new Nautilus means there won't be any room for a bakery, so I won't be calling Baker. Oh, come on! Come on! Why do they always do this to Baker-chan? No Baker? Aw man, that's a real shame. Still, it's looking more and more like a real submarine, isn't it? When are you gonna take it out for a test dive, Captain? Oh, I'd like to do that no later than tomorrow. We'll need to cross an ocean from the Age of Gods in this next Lostbelt, so I'll have to make sure everything is shipshape, figuratively speaking. However, the only ones who'll be coming with me are Mash and Misaki. The rest of you will be staying here. Hey, Imaginary Scramble Part 2. What? Why? We have our reasons, Munair. Sorry, it just wasn't in the cards this time. Well, Captain, Mash, and Misaki are out there testing the Nautilus. The rest of us have our work cut out for us, getting ready to infiltrate the Atlantic Lostbelt. Developing the ultra-long-range lens, doubling and tripling the Nautilus's defensive systems, reinforcing Misaki's mystic codes, fine-tuning Mash's Ortonax. Basically, Munair, we all have an absolute ton of things to do here. We just don't have the time to spare for you to be wasting your Magecraft experience and Magecraft expertise on a submarine test dive. Damn it! Of all the rotten luck! Uh-oh, frozen? Oh no! Hey, Internet-kun, are you acting up? If I'd known it was gonna hold me back like this one day, I would have sold my magical crest and gotten out of the Magecraft game long ago. Sorry, Munair. You can come on the submarine later. Ha ha ha! That's the boldest statement I've heard in a long time. But, in case you need a reminder, if you weren't a mage, you would never have been hired at Chaldea in the first place. So, how about you just resign yourself to helping the technical advisor like a good little lackey, and let me take responsibility for what is sure to be a delightful Nautilus test dive. You sure, Gordy? You do know they're going for a test drive in the Void Sea, not the Wandering Sea, right? Yes. As I was saying, I will let Misaki handle it, as I have a lot of, directory work I need to do myself. Yes, quite a lot indeed. So this is why Gordolf didn't show up during Imaginary Scramble. Or not really. I was surprised you didn't want to come along with us. Then it's settled. This afternoon, I'll be holding a class to explain all about the Nautilus's equipment and facilities, as well as what to do in case of emergency. And then tomorrow, Misaki, Mash, and Captain will take it out for a test dive. While they're off doing that, the rest of us will be getting things ready here at the Wandering Sea for our infiltration of the Atlantic Lostbelt. It'll probably take around 7 days to wrap everything up, so this could be your last chance to relax and stand by for a while. Make sure you're all rested. Make sure you're all well rested so that you can give your best for what's to come. Right. Got it. And that goes for you too, Da Vinci. No sleeping while standing up. Ooh, now it's time for the intro. Boop. Are we diving? I see nothingness-ish. Ooh, it's that one person. I understand. My journey is drawing to an end. It won't be long now before I arrive at my destination in southern Nevada. Not that it'll change anything once I get there. I certainly won't be getting a reward for my trouble. Nor do I have a home to return to, or enough fuel to get me there even if I did. The only point this journal ever had was to get where I was going. Well, no, that may be technically accurate, but it's still not quite right. Let me be clear, so I don't invite any misunderstandings. When I say I don't have a home to return to, I don't mean that in the heartless, cold-blooded bastard sense. My home may be gone now, but I still remember it clearly. And as long as I have those memories, I'll never feel the pain of its loss. See, since I was born, I've had the ability, for better or for worse, to recall anything I've ever seen in perfect detail. It's called hyperthymesia, though it's more commonly known as a superior autobiographical memory. So photographic memory, right? My friends considered it a disability and sympathized with the drawbacks, but scientists considered it a gift. It drove me insane when I was a kid. At some points, it caused me to hate cities and people in general. When I grew up, I left the city behind and started living a much quieter life, out in a village near the mountains. As a result, I've only spent about a third of my life in the busy urban areas, so I'm not really overburdened with memories of those places. Still, my memories are just as clear now as they ever were. I can see the friends I used to hang out with smiling and laughing, as if they were right here with me. Of course, that includes the beautiful scenery and the stars that used to twinkle bright all across the nighttime sky. Maybe that's why I couldn't shake my doubts about why this happened the way it did. Something just seemed off. I don't mean the Earth's surface being bleached white. I mean, it feels like something even bigger has changed, but in a way I can't put my finger on it. Whatever it is, I've noticed it at different points during this journey. There was something different about the skies above Russia, Scandinavia, China, India. Whatever it was, they weren't the same skies I'd seen before. There must be some other change occurring in places I'm not privy to. Or maybe some other humans besides me are struggling to fight back. Maybe they're doing their best to retake this world, this planet, this universe for humanity even as I speak. Unfortunately, as intriguing as that possibility is, those places are much too far away for me to make a detour, and I have precious little time left as it is. I ran out of food yesterday, and my bike's not going to last much longer either. Again, once I reach my destination, my journey is over. It would be nice if whoever is causing these changes taking place around the world were to stop by the States. Why do you want them to stop by there, my dude? But I doubt anyone who's lost as hard as me and the rest of humanity have anything close to that kind of good luck left. What a strange feeling. Even if this is the end for me, in multiple senses, it still feels good to achieve the goal I set for myself. Why did humanity die out? Why did these alien invaders show up? Why did they conquer us by bleaching the earth white? My heart is racing at the prospect of possibly uncovering the answers to these and all the other mysteries. I've arrived at the US Air Force Base, once known as Area 51. It's the one place, the only part of the texture on the entire planet that managed to evade the bleaching. The sheer secrecy surrounding this place led to all sorts of rumors about high-tech experiments and training being conducted here. But you'd never know that looking at it now. Not only are there no survivors here, there's not so much as a single piece of cutting-edge equipment. Any seaplanes and armor tanks that may have been here before are long gone. Hello? And since there's no power, I doubt I'll be able to stock up on food or water either. On the plus side, the buildings are mostly untouched, so at least I shouldn't have to go sifting through rubble. I can't believe it. Rain clouds cropped up here out of nowhere. I guess that means it still rains in the last area on Earth that hasn't been bleached away. I pushed my excitement down to keep it from getting the better of me, and began carefully making my way through the base. The rain clouds that cropped up in the skies overhead stuck around the whole time while I was there. I mean, it makes sense that they wouldn't destroy the one place that, is related to aliens, because it was probably contacted there in the first place. I learned several things from my expedition into the inside of the base, the part completely cut off from the outside world. I wish I could offer my own personal insights on what I found, but since I'm running low on both time and energy, I'll have to stick to just the facts. The base did in fact contain an alien life form. Of course. "2018, Subject E, Relocation. 2018, Initiate Subject E, Examination." According to the documents I found, this subject had flown to New Mexico in the year 2018. The craft it had been piloting either burned up when it entered Earth's atmosphere, or was possibly destroyed by the subject itself, according to a handwritten note, leaving the subject completely exposed upon its discovery. The injuries sustained during its emergency landing had left it critically wounded and near death. But by flash freezing it, the Air Force managed to preserve its life functions. They then brought it to this base. All the other records pertaining to the subject can be summed up in a single word: gruesome. The scientists performed all kinds of tests, experiments, and surgeries in order to keep this alien visitor alive. They conducted clinical trials with different kinds of medicine. They tested every known substance on Earth to see how it would react. They observed reactions that corresponded to pain. They observed reactions that corresponded to joy. To measure its endurance, they stopped supplying it with nutrients. Then they tried burning it, freezing it, melting it, attaching things to it. They stirred its intestines around, cut off parts of its body, measured signals from the organ they thought was its brain. They performed all of this research, what could also be called the very crystallization of human history, on the subject while it was still living. I can see why I would get angry. It didn't take long for the surgical procedures meant to resuscitate the subject to morph into brutally exploitative experiments. And since the cells taken from the subject samples were made up of elements that didn't exist anywhere on the planet, it wasn't hard to imagine that further research could eventually lead to military and civilian applications. Truth be told, that was where the top brass's true interest lied. After all, ever since the turn of the 20th century, the energy race between nations had only continued to pick up speed. And there was now an unsurmountable gap between industrialized nations and developing ones. I could tell from poring over the documents that they began with the best of intentions. They wanted their research to result in a better life for every person on Earth, to help humanity move past its endless squabbling for wealth and forge ahead with new, loftier goals. However, Area 51's researchers didn't see things the same way. With every experiment they ran, they became more and more certain that the subject was emitting a constant, unknown signal. It was calling for help. I mean, clearly it would call for help. So they thought, if they kept running experiments on it, if they kept inflicting greater levels of pain on it, even more potential test subjects were bound to show up. I mean, sure, even more are bound to show up, but then they might bring weapons. That's why this all happened. This wasn't a natural disaster. It was a man-made one. But is that truly the reason? I finally know why those trees came here. Now, I just have to confirm one last thing. Was this the true cause? Was there really a Subject E here at this base? I have to see it for myself. And I have to do it before I die of malnutrition. It took me several days to discover that door. And I believe that a bunch of stuff were made with kind of sus reasons. Like, I heard that the microwave used to defrost hamsters. I saw that on the internet, so I don't know if I can believe that truly, but that's what I heard. It took me several days to discover that door. Reference room. A secret area that had been built even further underneath the base's underground structure. I managed to open the door and make my way inside the sealed-off passageway. I can already tell there's something here. This is it. This is where I'll find the answers I've been seeking. There's just something different about the air in this passageway that makes that all too clear. My instruments aren't picking up anything unusual, even though the passageway itself is like something from another world, entirely removed from what we think of as reality. I know this passageway is made out of iron and steel, but it feels like I'm walking on pulsating jelly. Pulsating jelly, that sounds kind of fun. I make my way across the simultaneously hard, soft, warm, cold floor, one careful step at a time. My body temperature is dropping like a stone. I can barely breathe. My consciousness is hanging by a thread. I can't even remember how many days it's been since I last had something to eat or drink. Soon, I won't even have enough energy left to talk into this recorder. But I can't stop now. I have to find the answers before I die. Answers that I'm sure lie just beyond this passage. Oh, it's animated! He sees the light. Huh? The only sound that escaped my lips was a quiet gasp of shock. It was the most retro room I could have imagined. If I hadn't known better, I would never have thought it was located in the middle of one of the most high-tech bases on Earth. And yet, there it was atop the exam table, a bizarre thing that resembled nothing so much as a dead tree. Hey there. It's about time you showed up, Blue Book. I like how the person's a blurry figure except for the hand and gun. Well, Blue Book did not die from malnutrition. More intro? Are we back from Imaginary Scramble? still frozen. What the heck? You know, let me fix this. Eh. Or at least see if I can fix it, because that's so weird. The heck? Eh. I wonder what happened. Let me try seeing. That is really the weirdest thing. Okay. And then there. Is it working now? It's still broken? And ooh, pepperoncino, my bestie. That's all I've got to report. Any other questions? This isn't like you, Pepe. Didn't you always used to tell us we should act our cheeriest when we've lost? Oh, thank you. Yay, it's working. Though, unless, of course, you don't consider the Indian Lostbelt disappearing at all, at a loss at all? My. I see that at the very least, your sharp tongue has managed a full recovery, Kadok. Oops. Oh yeah, I see the chat box now. Let me fix that real quick. There. Whatever, good enough. I can fix that fully later, because it's being stubborn. Wait, a little bit more. Now I'm being stubborn. Okay, there. Should be good. Alrighty then, let me rephrase. Not only did I get in a fight with my Lostbelt king, my very own servant washed his hands of me. And I had to run all the way here with my tail between my legs after Chaldea, our sworn enemy, saved my life. I'm clearly the best Crypter. You are the best Crypter, Pepperoncino. Sexy Pepe. But at least the roasted bananas were super yummy. Never mind, I take it back. You're just as cheery as ever. Now shut up already, will you? Now that's a pepperoncino. Besides, it's still too soon to declare yourself a loser. Knowing you must have really gotten in their good graces, right? There's more to a death match than just slipping a knife between the other guy's ribs. Getting your opponent attached to you's a pro-level long game move. So the way things are going, I'm betting their next destination will be their last, am I right? Oh yes. This next one will settle things once and for all. They won't be getting to your Lostbelt. I mean, now that they have a ship, they're all but certain to come here. Even though that practically guarantees their demise. Well, damn, that's real brave of them. Gotta give them props for that. Hats off to you, Chaldea. We couldn't have asked for a better gal to fill in that last seat. What was her name again? Who cares? Like it makes any difference to me anyway. Point is, this next drink's for you, Master What's-Her-Face. Rude, Barrel. Rude. I mean, that's my new name. I am Master What's-Her-Face. Nice to meet everyone. You must be feeling real good about yourself now that you've strangled 4 innocent Lostbelts in their proverbial cradles. Humph. We can't be sure that the Chaldeans will come to the Atlantic Lostbelt yet. Who knows? Maybe they'll end up gunning for yours next, Barrel. I kinda wanna punch Barrel instead. So, if you got time to be making shitty, tasteless analogies, maybe you ought to spend it getting ready for them. I remember when they were first describing them, like referring to the Crypters. Barrels was the most sus. Remember reading that and kind of implied that he was creeping on MASH, which I do not appreciate. So I hope that when I get to Barrel's Lostbelt, I can punch him. I want to punch Barrel. Huh? Are you serious, Kadok? You really think I might be next? Are you feeling okay? What are you talking about? I'm just saying it's possible that. Oh, Krishtaria hasn't told you? Well, hey, since all the other alter egos aren't. Since all the alter egos aren't here at the moment, so we don't have to worry about them, you mind if I tell him myself, boss? Good job, Romani. No, this directly concerns the next phase of the plan, so I'll fill him in myself. Seifert, the Tree of Emptiness in Barrow's English Lostbelt has already been felled. I secretly asked Barrow to see to it the English Lostbelt would go away on its own accord. Eh? I don't trust Barrow, even if he said he felled it. I don't believe him. It's already been felled? Then you're saying that the English Lostbelt doesn't exist anymore? Nope. It ought to fall apart and disappear real soon now. And, for the record, you have no idea how hard it was to pull it off. The English Lostbelt, or the British Lostbelt, as they like to put it, has like 1,000 phantasmal beasts. For every one of the few humans there, and you can easily find yourself in a whole different world with completely different rules if you go just a little way down the path. It's a hellish wonderland, and coming from me, a guy who was raised in the UK, that's saying something. So, it wasn't easy sweet talking them into cutting down the Tree of Emptiness themselves. They're probably cursing my name to hell, and gone for tricking them right about now. Not that it's gonna do them any good. Is that true? Because unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, I'm pretty sure I can still see a wall of light up around right around the English Lostbelt. Yes, I've seen it too. But even so, the English Tree of Emptiness is most assuredly gone. Once the trees of emptiness grow tall enough to reach the stratosphere, their branches start to interfere with one another, resulting in a kind of network. And we haven't seen a signal from Seifert for a few days now. I doubt it'll be long before that accursed wall of light, the world's end, follows suit and disappears as well. Alright then, next question. Why'd you get rid of the English Lostbelt like this? I thought our Lostbelts were only supposed to fight each other once their territories made contact. It just goes to show that there are exceptions to every rule, Caddock. This may be difficult for you to understand, since you have no way of knowing how deep London's, that is to say, the clock tower's abyss runs. But the English Lostbelt is the only one that cannot be allowed to remain. Nothing good could ever come from it, not for us, and not for the foreign god. However, the foreign god knows nothing of this plan's history, and we have no way to explain. We can't even say anything to the priestess, as her role is purely observational. All that aside, Caddock and Pepperoncino, the fact remains that I should have told you about this, and I didn't. For that, I'm sorry. No point in apologizing about it at this point. I still don't like it, but at least I'm in the loop now. Same here. Besides, I'd already figured out that Barrow was up to something. But you know, Krishtaria, all that said, does that mean your Tree of Emptiness is the only one still operating? Don't be ridiculous. Have you forgotten about David's Lostbelt? That leaves two. I guess. Only problem with that is, I can't see anything that looks like a Tree of Emptiness anywhere around South America. So I take it that means all the branches connected to that canopy covering the sky Are from the Atlantic's tree then? Good grief. I really can't get anything past you, can I, Pepe? That's correct. My tree of emptiness is the only one receiving the blessings of the foreign god's earth-covering canopy. What's more, my tree of emptiness has also grown to complete maturity. Once you confirm the English Lostbelt's appearance, our plan will enter its final stage. The canopy hasn't only been absorbing the Earth's mana, it's also been soaking up all manner of cosmic rays, the kind that the Earth's magnetic field usually deflects. We will focus the entirety of that combined energy onto a single point, thereby enabling the foreign god to descend upon this planet. From there, the changeover should be swift and all-encompassing. The old world will perish, a new order will be established on this planet, and I will be the last human left. Humph. There he goes, talking a big game again. You sure that's all gonna go off without a hitch, won't I? The more time you spend grandstanding like some kind of puffed up royal, the more chances they'll have to show up and ruin everything. I'm well aware of that, Kadok. Chaldea has always taken keen advantage of their opponent's negligence and tried to turn the tide in their favor. Which is why I've sent out all of the strongest forces at my command to the Atlantic. That's also why you haven't seen Canis here. I wasn't worried or anything. Knowing you, I figured you'd have all your bases covered. Sure you weren't worried. So it would seem, wouldn't it? Then we might as well just sit back and see what Krishtaria's got. In that case, I think I'll keep mooching around here, just like Kadok's been. How about you, Beryl? If you stick around the English Lostbelt. Did Beryl just hang up on them? Oh, never mind. Hey, you don't gotta tell me. If I'd stuck around there, it'd just be a matter of time before they came for my head. Beryl, when did you? My. So you'd already long since flown the coop. I should have figured you knew exactly what you were doing. Right? But seriously, I was downright terrified out there. I was all like, I can't take this crazy island anymore. I'm getting out of here while I still can. Then I jumped off a cliff into the ocean and had Canis come pick me up. As one does, right? Oh, and get a load of this. You guys will never believe what I went through over there. See, that Lostbelt was home to a princess who knew nothing, and I do mean nothing, about the ways of the world. So I'd figured I could take advantage of her in all sorts of ways if I got in her good graces. Beryl, you creep! But she had her head up in fairy tale land way more than I could have imagined. I mean clingy. Even when she found out I was a human spy, she didn't bat a damn eye. Joke's on you, Beryl. She was into it. She's like, oh, you're a human spy? I love human spies. She just snuggled right up against me, saying things like, I would follow you to into the bowels of hell itself. Yo, Beryl. Look. Did she get a yandere? I feel like she probably turned yandere soon. I mean, how stupid can you get? She knew I'd ruin her whole damnation, and she didn't even care. How am I supposed to deal with that? It's beyond ridiculous. Beryl, she's gonna hunt you down. She'd be like, where's my lovely Beryl? He left? Well, I just gotta find him. Take it from me, Kadok. Don't go putting the moves and royalty Unless you're sure you know what you're doing. Piss off! Don't you pull that big brother shit on me now. Besides, I'm never putting any moves on royalty again. Again? Again? Then again, Kadok and Anastasia were cute together. Wait, again? Did you just say again, Kadok? Had some experiences with royalty then, have we? I also stole Kadok's girl. I didn't. Accidentally, I'm stealing all their waifus and husbandos. Except for Xiangyu. Xiangyu's the only one I haven't stolen. Ooh, I can tell this is going to be the best news I've heard in forever. Tell me everything. Don't spare a single juicy detail. Forget it. There's nothing to tell. If you don't have anything useful to say, then keep your mouth shut for once. Hey now, you can't expect us not to care about something like this, right? I mean, it's not like romantic escapades are a regular thing for you. Come on, Pepperoncino. This calls for a change in venue. Hell, we could even get Koyanskaya in on this. Ooh, I'm so in. Right now, I don't care what it might cost to coax some juicy secret tidbits out of Koyanskaya. Fine. Go ahead and drink yourself silly. I'm going back to my room. Poor Kadok, he shouldn't have mentioned that. Now they're gonna gossip about his love life. Aw, come on. We're just having a bit of fun, Kadok. Lighten up for a change. Now, how about you show me where I can find a nice place to hang around? I only just got here, but I know this Atlantic Lostbelt's supposed to be amazing. If that's any indication, we shouldn't have to worry about Barrow for a while. Though, I do hope the scent of blood will eventually wash off him. Ew, Barrow's stinky. Blood is smelly. Anyway, let me know if anything changes, Wodime. I might not be too useful, but I'm sure there's still something I could do to help out. Pepe's super useful. I miss Pepe's skills. Now then, perhaps it's time you considered sharing your own opinion before I make my final move, Priestess. This could be your last chance, seeing as the foreign god's disciples have yet to even realize that I have my own goals in all this. You must have seen the adjustments I made to my Tree of Emptiness, along with the way my interests align with Zeus's, even if our conclusions differ. But somehow, in spite of all that, you continue to do nothing. Very well then. I'll not waste more time asking you why you continue to insist on observing rather than acting. Nobody knows that the foreign god even truly exists. Not even the disciples have ever seen them. No, the fact is, not even they have any means of determining what the foreign god's true intentions may be. The foreign god is truly a god of emptiness. I cannot in good conscience leave mankind's fate to such a being. I will eliminate Chaldea, watch over Zeus until he passes, and establish the Tree of Emptiness as reality. So continue to stay back and observe, void-shaped like a priestess. Nobody else is left. I alone shall realize the future you failed to create. I was hoping that someday someone would give her like a phone to text what she wants to say. If she talks so soft, there's always writing or texting. Now, 5-4, more intros. So many intros. 5 days after the Nautilus test dive. Ah, yes, after imaginary scramble.
I see you're all here ahead of the operation start time. Very good. Master Misaki, servants, mash Kirilight. As of this moment, Chaldea will assume its first battle station, and I don't want to hear any whining about how we're starting the operation 2 days ahead of schedule. Captain reported that the Nautilus's test dive in void space concluded safely. So I trust you're all prepared for the genuine article then?
Ah, yes, it concluded very, very safely. We didn't almost die. Multiple times? Yes, sir. How did the test dive go again? Yes, sir, the test dive was great. I even woke up with Van Gogh in my bed, but that was just a dream, really. Ah, I wish I could have summoned Van Gogh. Next year I'll get Go. Yes, Director. We're completely over our seasickness and are ready to begin the operation at any time.
I am sorry about this, everyone, but Gordolf is right. The situation is dire. There was a change yesterday in the branches of the Tree of Emptiness that we believe now covers the entire Earth. These branches were previously circulating magical energy between them, like a network, but now they have begun funneling that energy towards the center of Atlantic. We don't yet know what this phenomenon signifies, but
whatever it is, we can be certain that energy is being stockpiled for use in a large-scale magecraft ritual. Currently, the amount of energy we have measured is already equal to that used for G's incineration of humanity. While we are unable to observe the Lostbelt's interior, Prime Majestus already declared it a disaster on a global scale. I therefore recommend that this anomaly, that is the Atlantic Lostbelt's Tree of Emptiness, be dealt with as swiftly as possible. A magecraft ritual on the same scale as the incineration of humanity. Then, that would mean... Yep, the foreign god descending to Earth. Every data fragment we've gathered up to this point is pointing directly towards that inescapable conclusion. That being said, we still don't know what this foreign god is, whether they really are a god, or hell, whether or not they even exist in the first place. Sorry for being so useless.
there's no need apologizing for that, Da Vinci. You can't help that we have so little information to work with. It's not your skills that are the problem. It's the damn crypters that giving us anything to go on. Though of course, it also seems they don't know any more about the foreign god than we do. I expect the only crypter who does know the truth is their leader, Rishtaria Wodime. Not to worry. I expect that too will be made quite clear over the course of this operation. Both the English Lostbelt and the South American Lostbelt currently appear to be stagnant, with neither showing any further signs of expanding their territory. Therefore, as we have previously discussed, Chaldea will be directing all of our resources towards eliminating the Atlantic Lostbelt. And now, our preparations for that operation are complete. The Nautilus has been equipped with an ultra-long-range lens, capable of observing outer space, and a record-breaking magecraft barrier from all of human history. The Shadow Border has been overhauled to such a significant degree that it could almost be called a wholly new machine. Both the Nautilus and the Border have been outfitted with identical functionality in the unlikely event that one of them is scuttled. And Miss Kirilight's round table has been infused with enough magical energy to summon a number of servants on site. My only regret is that we weren't able to finish an Ortonax replacement unit before circumstances forced our hand.
Oh, do not worry about that. I will continue to work on its design myself. There should already be enough materials for the reconstruction on board the border. So as long as you're able to discover or otherwise procure a concept powerful enough to fill in for one of its bullets, I will be able to put the whole thing together in the time it takes you all to eat lunch. Right. Both my ultra long range sniper training, and the Ortonax's transformation sequence have been cleared for action. If it needs to be deployed to give us an edge during a decisive battle, I promise, I will wield it to the best of my ability. Huh? What's this about? A transformation sequence? I want to see Magical Girl Mash. Now, just pretend you didn't hear any of that. Besides, we still do not know if it will even be relevant here. Come on, Magical Girl Mash sounds fun, Sion. Let a master dream. Now then, as the command room officer who will be holding down the fort in your absence, I would once again like to give my usual order to those of you on the field team. The situation has changed significantly. I will not say we do not have a minute to spare, but I will say that time is definitely not on our side. What is more, it looks like that was the case for our most key point of attack as well, the Atlantic Lostbelt. They have now put us in check before we had a chance to do the same to them. This is probably going to be a longer battle. This is probably going to be longer than any battle you have fought to date, both in terms of number of enemies and the path you will need to take to reach your destination. Even a zero cell can only take you to the Lost Belt's outer edge, which in this case means there will be more distance between you and the Tree of Emptiness than ever before. So I urge you all to handle yourselves even more cautiously and cool-headedly than you've been so far. In this Atlantic Lost Belt, the act of learning about its world may actually end up working against you. So I ask that you all stay strong and that you simultaneously be proud of your own latent potential. If you ever reach a point where you decide you cannot continue with the operation, feel free to come back here immediately. Now, what am I saying? Now is not the time for pessimism. This is all my third process's fault. She has been incessantly insisting since yesterday that this simply cannot work. Alright, let us all go out there and take back our Earth. Field team, go ahead and board the border, starting with Master Misaki. Once I have confirmed that all of your vitals are green, you are to untether the Nautilus from reality. From there, you will execute a zero cell, and this operation will commence in earnest. Order, Lost Belt number 5, suborder, those who cross the Sea of Stars. Make sure you all give it everything you have, and I look forward to your safe return. Thanks. Magical Girl Mash though. Yo, even more prologue stuff. Sion said that it would be the longest Lost Belt, not only with battles, but with all the lovely prologue. Prologue. Heh heh heh. What? Sanson, you're going poof again? It looks like this is as far as I go. I'm sorry, Daeon. Sanson! Gah! Ha! Come on, Daeon. Don't let up for a moment. And don't worry about what might happen later. This is the only chance you've got. Wait, is the game audio acting up now? Oi! Oi! Let's see if I can fix that. Thing's broken? Maybe I have to restart it now. Let me just restart the app real quick. Because it was working earlier today. It always does that. You know? You know how things be? All the scuff just adds to my luck. And then soon enough, I can summon Domon. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. He's like, ah, yes. The more scuff you offer to me, the higher chance I will come home to you, Misaki. If I'm super lucky. Let's see. Is it gonna fix itself if I restart it like this? Maybe it's still being weird. What the heck? I wonder what's going on with it. Because things should be working. Eh. Is it supposed to be working now? Shoot. It bounced off. I can't believe how tough his armor is. Oh no, it's being weird again. Huh. Kuh. He's not even using his noble phantasm. Is it being still weird though? Okay, let me try again. Eh. Shoot, what is... Oopsie, they turned that off accidentally. Hehe. What is going on? Because things should be decent, but... You know, let me just restart completely again. Grrr. Why are you acting up? I mean, for some reason the game forced me to update it today. Which is kind of weird because I thought it would have forced me last time, but you know, it's fine. So maybe the forceful update was like, hey, Misaki, joke's on you, I'm not gonna work. I doubt it. Like, what is going on? What be the problem, game? Okay, I think it's working now. I had to restart BlueStacks again. Yep, should be working now. This looks decent, or you can hear it, right? Yay. I think it's working good. And then resume. Everything just likes going poof. Noble Phantasm. Verdelis. That's a lot of dust. Mysterious Shadow. I see. A series of strikes made in tandem with a lily-based illusion. It didn't even scratch him. What a joke. Gah. It's over. Proper human history. Well, it's a good thing Mash, you know, charged her shield so I can summon people. We've destroyed every last of your nests. I mean, every last one of your nests. Heh. It's not over yet. This started long ago, and it ended long ago. Ah, you mean them? The Olympus Alter Ego will deal with them. Did you think this would all be over once they arrived? There is no path forward for you. Any future you may have had is gone. You can submit to us and live, or oppose us and die. Which will it be, proper human history? Okay, I'll adjust the volume a tiny bit. Boop. Ta-da! A little bit lowered. We will never submit. I see. Then death it is. That was a fun animation, but Cryption. And that was a border god? Or guard?
We found the ley line, sir.
Or not. Okay, mysterious figure's not a guard, maybe.
Good. This is the last one. Once we have used it to summon a servant, causing it to go dormant, we will destroy it completely. Our enemy should have known better than to give us time to prepare for their arrival. Now, we will ensure they have no chance whatsoever of defeating us. Without a catalyst, the only sort of heroic spirit that can be summoned here will be one drawn to this place by sheer coincidence. But make sure you stand back all the same. We may end up summoning a berserker after all. Yes, sir. Hear me now, in the name of our great Demiurge. Come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. Come forth and dedicate your life to Olympus, to this land brimming with the breath of the gods.
Ooh. Let's see how their gotcha ritual went. Where am I? Wait, who am I? They don't sound very happy about their summon. Are you my master?
Yes, I am. From here on, you will dedicate your body, your life, and your skills to Olympus, down to your very last drop of blood. It is through this servitude that your life will have meaning.
What do you mean by that?
If this is beyond your comprehension, then your only task is to die.
The steely man spoke quietly, but his words carried an unmistakable fury. Yes, master. My life is yours to command. The servants kneeled low, bowing their head before their new master. It was then that the man lost interest. All that mattered to him was that the servant was not an enemy, for his thoughts were already focused on the true enemy that lay before him.
Chaldea, the invaders who would see our world destroyed. I will never let you reach Olympus. It is here in Atlantis that you will meet your end. None of you will escape. None of you will survive. I will slaughter you all where you stand. Prepare for battle.
Oh, you're gonna fight me? Well, I got some training, I'm gonna punch you. Meanwhile, a man and a woman watch as a certain sea craft makes its way across the ocean. Yo, this is a nice blue ocean. This is like the oceans here on a good day. On a nice day, it's like blue like this. On a not so nice day, it's like grayish brown, and I'm like, oof. Are they serious? Is that really all those fools at Chaldea brought to try and cross the sea? Bestie Musashi! Hey, girl! They're here? Where? Ooh, that must be it. Wow, what an awesome ship. Although, I guess that is a little concerning. It's a beautiful ship, but it's way too small for these waters. Though it might have been too soon for them to make their move. Worst case, this battle might be over before it's even begun. I just hope they haven't let their victories over those other 4 Lostbelts go over their heads.
Well, that's harsh. And here I thought I sensed you were firmly on the Master of Chaldea's side.
Well, hell yes I am. I can't help but go weak in the knees for Misaki. That's why I'm only a little concerned for her and her team. Looks like they're bound to have yet another rough start.
You find that a happy turn of events? Even now, I still cannot fathom how your mind works. Is it because of your love for dire predicaments? I swear, you're far more berserker than a saber.
Funny you say that, mysterious person. I got Berserker Musashi. Well, of course I'm going to smile about this. I am genuinely thrilled that they made it here. How about you? Did you not expect Chaldea to show up here now?
Well, I hadn't ruled it out. How unfortunate that this is the worst possible scenario for them. At last, I'll finally get to see them lose. See them lose.
Well, well, you sound happy. Though you certainly don't look it.
Humph. I can understand them having such a hard time in Russia. It was their first Lostbelt after all. I can accept a pathetic showing in Scandinavia, as that was a world too kind for its own good. I can turn a blind eye to their raucousness in China, since that was a world too long without any manner of festivity. For that was a world too long without any matter of festivity. And I can concede that they had a right to be so self-righteous in India, for that was a clear-cut case of good and evil. No doubt it is owing to these experiences that the Chaldeans are likely thinking something along the lines of, the Atlantic Lostbelt may be a threat, but there must still be a way to overcome it. But they would be wrong. There is no reason here that needs to be saved. There's no problem here that needs to be solved. None. This Lostbelt is already perfected, and is actively moving ahead to the stage beyond proper human history. The Chaldeans shouldn't have come here with the intention of defeating this Lostbelt, and they especially shouldn't be trying to learn more about it.
What are you trying to say?
I am saying that coming to this Lostbelt without any intention, with any intention other than its complete and utter annihilation. Utter annihilation is a terrible mistake. I can only hope they realize the error of their ways before they're completely wiped out. Alternatively, well, no matter. I have my own work to do. How about you? If you like, I could take you to the ship right now.
Oh, no thanks, I'm good. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for them at the enemy's main base. As one does when you're Musashi.
Did I misspeak? I thought it was clear that as the Chaldeans are going about... I thought I was clear that as the Chaldeans are going about this now, they're all going to end up dead.
Oh no, I understood you. I just don't agree. Sure, they might suffer a horrific defeat and end up losing everything, but there'll still be enough of them left to fight back. So in the meantime, I'm going to do what I'm best suited for, so that I can be ready to pass the torch to them once they finally, doggedly, make their way to the goal.
I see. Then you can also see how this is going to end, albeit in your own way. Very well then, go on ahead to Olympus. If nothing else, the Chaldeans should make an excellent decoy.
Right? The gods can't tear their eyes away from them. So, on that note, guess this is goodbye, Chaldean. If I run into you again, there...
You won't. This is the last time we will ever meet.
Chaldean? Chaldean?
My eyes see no further trace of you. Once we go our separate ways here.
Well, at least that ought to keep things nice and simple then. Hey, do me a favor and tell them I'll be waiting for them up ahead, okay? Thanks.
That fool. As if I would ever pass along such a message. That aside, I never would have thought she would make the trek to Olympus via consecutive drifting. She truly is her own personal rayship device.
I thought that the mysterious person who helped out the Lostbelt was Musashi, because Musashi's a isekai MC. Like, I would have believed if it was Musashi. That's why I'm like, Musashi's here, makes sense. Obviously, she'd be here. So, it is another mysterious person, huh?
Unfortunately, Chaldea, the same cannot be said of the rest of you. The insurmountable iron wall that is the fleet of Olympus will rain shots down upon you, like a meteor shower before you can even see them coming. And even if you somehow manage to get past that, you will then need to face the nihilist god of the sea. Do you truly understand your position here, Misaki? You have no time to spare to learn about this Lostbelt. The moment you attempt to do so, or to get to know its Crypter, will be the moment your journey comes to an end. Your incorrigibility has helped to prevail thus far, but you cannot count on it forever.
Bye, mystery.
The Nautilus continues to make its way across the sea. After confronting, overcoming, and emerging triumphant against 4 Lostbelts, its crew prepares to face the 5th and most formidable of all.
I'm ready to reach land. And we're used to fighting gods. Babylonia. Uruk.
Am I finally on land?
Land?
Dot 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 is correct.
Ah yes, dot 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 dot.
Damn. You could cut the tension in here with a knife. This is finally it, Master. Yeah. Ahem. Come now. What's with the long faces? Given how obviously weak and pathetic the 6th and 7th Lostbelts appear to be, this is shaping up to be our decisive battle. That's exactly it, Chubbs. Come on. This tension's been making your sphincter tighten up just as much as ours, right? Heh. That right there shows just how little you actually know about the world of magecraft, kidney pie.
Is that his new nickname? Hello, kidney pie.
I'll have you know, the tension I'm experiencing right now is nothing like all of yours. No, I am genuinely freaking out here, and I'll thank you not to lump me in with your everyday ordinary nerves. As far as mages go, Cadox Zemlupus was the bottom of the barrel. Every aspect of the boy, from his skill to his lineage, to his resolve, was truly, genuinely substandard. Ophelia Farmsalone's mystic eyes may have been menacing, but she was still just a girl with no killer instinct. Akuta Hinako was, well, her very existence may have been cheating the system, but she was never actually a mage. I would put her in the same category as an extremely dangerous wild animal. As for Pepperoncino, on second thought, he's so slippery I don't even know how I would go about evaluating him, so let's just say he's the exception to the rule.
Pepe's just built different, yo. That's why he's sexy Pepe.
My point is, Crystria is on an entirely different level than the other Crypters. There is simply no comparison. Oh, does that mean you've met him before? Perhaps at the Mages Association? Oh please, well technically, I suppose we do both come from equally distinguished families, but never mind that. Listen, the clock tower is where true geniuses come to gather. There, even mages with talents well beyond average are considered to be strictly ordinary. As such, simply being able to stand out there marks you as someone capable of changing the very world. Crystria Wodheim has been acclaimed as one of the brightest stars by the elite aristocrats of the Bartholomew faction, as well as the Democrats of the Trambelio faction, and even the staunch neutralists of the Meluastia faction alike. Despite their differences, they all had equally high hopes that he would be the one to rebuild this world's deteriorating foundation of magecraft. They even thought he might have gone on to found a 13th Department of Study at the Clock Tower if he hadn't decided to join Chaldea. Humph.
Really? I had no idea Kristara was so highly regarded in London. And yet you never met him yourself, huh, Gordy?
Of course not. I was always cautious about who I reached out to there, after all. And Kristara received no end of support from all the other successors to nobility, young men who were obligated to carry on their family names. You see, anyone from a mage family, no matter how prestigious, would never dare disobey their father. For them, their fathers, some of whom are genuine monsters who have been alive for hundreds of years, are the most terrifying beings in existence. And yet, even in the face of these wicked old foxes from the previous era of magecraft, Kristara was never afraid to speak his mind openly.
I respect that about Kristara then. Like, sometimes it's fun fighting with the old man, you know? I'll argue for the fun of it.
My guess is that his confidence stemmed from the sheer superiority of the magical circuits he had. Circuits that have helped him go his entire life without ever losing to anyone. He always carried himself as though he were a king, as though he had been chosen by the gods. He was both confident and idealistic, yet distinctly humane despite being both cool-headed and ruthless. He set the top records in all sorts of fields at the Clock Tower, many of which remain unbroken to this day. I still remember feeling keenly aware of how talent and charisma are something you're either born with, or you aren't while peering over at him from behind a convenient pillar.
I'm just imagining Gordolf standing behind a pillar, looking up to the balcony where Kristara is, and being like, "Notice me, senpai! Notice me, Kristara, senpai!"
Oh yeah, I could see Tubbo doing that. I bet he was tearing at a handkerchief and glaring at him.
Ah yes, even better. Hiding behind the pillar, biting his handkerchief, looking up at him like, "Grrr! Look at him! All handsome and powerful." The director's right. Kristara was a bona fide genius who excelled at absolutely everything. It's true, my grown-up self has memories along those lines too. And they're telling me that, while I was definitely an unparalleled genius in every human endeavor under the sun, Kristara was an indomitable genius when it came to magecraft. But I thought David was the genius. Oh sure, he is too, just of a different sort. Again, these memories belong to my previous self who interacted with Team A, so I can't fully vouch for them. But I'd say that David's the type who could make the impossible possible, while Kristara's the type who could master anything we know can be done. So while it's not like one type is necessarily better than the other, when it comes to being a leader, I'd have to say, being able to put together a foolproof plan like Kristara was the best way to go.
Nonetheless, the fact remains that they are both peerless geniuses. I cannot say I relish the thought of opposing either one of them.
What do you mean, Holmes? You and Da Vinci are together. You guys versus them, while I'm the muscle, I'll fight them. With my brawn. You guys are the brains.
You can say that again. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll underestimate us and let down their guard.
I don't think we can count on that. Krishtaria always gave everything his full effort, even combat simulations. I remember it seemed to me like he had a real aversion, a hatred almost, to settling for anything less than what he wanted.
A genius who refuses to take the easy way out. Perhaps this means he was actually just a hard worker?
No, I wouldn't say that. According to Chaldea's records, Krishtaria lived a perfectly ordinary life during his time there. If anything, Kadok worked way harder than he did. He spent dozens of hours training for every one of Krishtaria's.
Oh?
Anyway, that's pretty much all we have to go on, so I think that's enough Krishtaria speculation. A genius is scary, but a person who works hard is scarier, but then a genius who works hard is the scariest of all. So come on. I mean, and then there's just the random that is I, Misaki, who will punch him. We may not know exactly what we're up against, but whatever they throw at us, we'll be ready. We've used every last bit of magical energy resources we've accumulated to get to this point. Now, thanks to the Nautilus acting as a shadow border's outer layer, crossing the ocean is a proverbial walk in the park. Not that this even comes close to what the Nautilus can really do.
I understand your disappointment, but I'm afraid the shadow border's safety is of paramount importance. Quite so. With these manifold, bounded field spells, the new engine that lets us use magical energy to propel ourselves through water at high speeds, and the Aronnax Phantasm serving as our naval ram, we should even be able to cross bodies of magma if we're so inclined. Of course, the Nautilus and I have seen it all and can handle anything, but I would like to avoid damaging the ship if we can.
Hello, hello. This is Sion. I am reading you loud and clear. I made sure you all have as much food and drink as the border can possibly carry. This is, without exaggeration, the best we are able to do at this point. If we fail with all this going for us, I will never be able to look you all in the eyes again.
Oh, not to worry. If we do fail here, at least we won't have to concern ourselves with next year's budget. The smart thing to do now is to use everything we've got and let the rest sort itself out later. Oh, I do hope we can find a ley line and summon more servants soon. As things stand now, we don't have nearly enough in the way of fighting forces. Come now, Gordolf. You know why that is just as well as any of us. Given the battles we fought in the other Lostbelts thus far, summoning servants on site gives us much better odds. Besides, Master Misaki can only form temporary contracts with so many servants. I'm afraid you'll just have to keep a stiff upper lip as best as you can for now.
Okay, we're about to reach the storm wall. It might have been impenetrable from the shadow border prior to its upgrade, but now, things are different. Activating imaginary Aronnax Phantasm. Lostbelt phenomenon identified. Naval ram assimilation successful. Untethered from reality. Void space dive penetration mode. Zero cell unfurl. Land? Land? Whee! Land? That's a fancy boat!
Sir, the lookout just reported a faint ripple at Eastern Ford, the Weight Wall. Of course, it could just be an underwater earthquake.
Oh? It's my boy that I summoned. It's odd to see you here, sir, I think. Anyways, it might be you.
Do you really think we would be seeing an oceanic earthquake now? No. It's almost certainly Chaldea. They may be arriving a little later than expected, but the plan otherwise remains the same. Assume they have succeeded at diving through Eastern 4, and train your sights on their most likely emergence point.
Oh, so this is Odysseus' debut. Okay, because I'm like, it's my boy. I recognize the purple suit. But I can't entirely be sure because he has a helmet on. Ooh, hello, hello.
All hands and ships to battle positions, and hurry up with the Lamia deployment. Yes, sir. Listen up. Do not treat these foes as you would typical rogue servants. Servants who have formed a contract with the master are stronger than you think. Do not for a moment think yourselves above them. Let down your guard and you will find yourselves the hunted rather than the hunters. Yes, sir. Very well then. I leave this in your hands.
Beep.
Understood. The Echidna production is coming along extremely well.
Echidna? That's an interesting design.
Is it possible to manufacture those things?
Yes, well, at least the prototypes.
Shh. Damn engineers. After all this time, you still haven't been able to complete them. Well, no matter. Send them in.
Yes, sir.
Activate the Echidna. Right away, sir. A creature that spits out monsters. In spite of the tremendous pain it causes. It is indeed the mother of life.
They're trying to make Tiamat? Mother of life, huh?
This should have all manner of applications. Come on, move it! Go, go, go! Hoist the beam cells. Head for the target coordinates. Full speed ahead. The third fleet has arrived at the target coordinates. Lamias are now ready to deploy. Your orders, sir. Take them out.
Take us out, like on a nice dinner? Nice dinner date? Is that what's happening? I wish. I guess we're not reaching land anytime soon. Oh, that is very, very cloudy. Sailing point. Boop. Crisis after crisis. Oh, Echidna is the mother of all monsters? In Greek mythology? That makes sense then. And I'll take a sip of water. Well, time to meet the Lamias. Very, very pretty. Zero cell complete. Returning to reality space now. The outside ocean is ice cold. I hate to say it after we just arrived, but we've already got our work cut out for us. All hands, let's keep a tighter grip on the situation than a blue-ringed octopus does on its prey. We need to be able to respond at a moment's notice. Right. I was hoping I could wait a little longer until Sion finishes reworking my equipment. But it looks like the circumstances won't allow for that. Nope. Our future is always just hanging on by a thread.
So, we're finally heading for the Atlantic. Just what sort of civilization could these people possibly have built there? I'm afraid that's all but impossible to say at this point, given the fantastical nature of this world's history. All the more so given that we are dealing with a kind of nation that none of us has ever seen before. I explain the truth I expect the truth of the matter will be more difficult to pin down than a passing mugger. However, there is one thing I can say for certain. Greece is home to one of the most famous and influential mythologies in all the world. The gods of Mount Olympus. It is therefore highly likely that they have had a strong influence on this Lostbelt.
Atlantis is currently thriving much more than any other Lostbelt on Earth. You can tell that from the fact that we can observe its Tree of Emptiness from the outside of the storm wall, if only just. That means it has grown so large, it is now impossible to cover up. It is hard to believe something so imposing could be so empty. I expect a tree like that will put up quite a fight indeed, when it's finally time to cut it down.
Alright, reality space established, hull stable. Will start to emerge once we've confirmed there are no hostiles nearby.
Yeah, no hostiles nearby, huh?
Hostiles detected.
And of course,
Hostiles detected. Abort surfacing. Damn it! I can't believe how sharp their eyes are. Not only have they already seen us, they're headed straight for us. What? You mean we're already under attack? What in the world were you doing, Captain? They were waiting for us. They must have pinpointed our location in the time it took for us to establish reality space after the Zero Cell.
What kind of observational equipment are they using? That is like throwing a stone into the ocean and tracking it down using nothing but the sound it makes.
I know we didn't make so much as a peep. My diving is smoother than the slickest dolphins. The only thing they could have possibly spotted is the faintest of ripples we made when we entered the Lostbelt. And to do that, they would have had to be continuously observing the entire storm wall without a moment's rest. Never mind how this happened. Just get us out of here, damn it! Lunaire, full reverse! Wait, don't take any evasive maneuvers just yet.
Pull up the monitor and take a look at the surface. Hurry. Uh-oh. That's more boats than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be one boat. Well, what is real? What are those? How awesome! Those ships are using technology beyond anything in our civilization. Yeah, anything in our civilization. And the whole fleet at that.
What are you doing, Marines? I don't want to listen to Sion prattling on either, but you can't just cut her off.
Don't blame us, Captain. It's not our fault. Some sort of atmospheric interference has cut off our connection to Novum Chaldea. Uh-oh. I've got a report to make too, Captain. It's not just enemy ships. I'm picking up a servant out there on the water too. The one we really didn't want to run into. Eh?
Oh, it's Canis. Heh, about time you Chaldea cretins got here. Now I'm gonna murder the absolute shit out of you for making me wait all this time. Canis, the Divine Spirit, she's here along with this entire fleet? What are you lot waiting for? Get us the hell out of here now. We don't have any other options. There. A transmission?
Is it Sion?
No, it's not. Attention, enemy vessel from Chaldea. Attention, enemy vessel from Chaldea. Requesting line of communication. Over. A transmission? Does this mean their civilization has advanced to the point that they've developed long-range communications as well, even if only ones that use magical energy? I'm going to pick up Misaki.
I mean, that's amazing and all, but do they have the power of the internet? Do they have video games?
Okay, you're on. This is Gordov Musik, commander of the Shadow Border, speaking on behalf of Novum Chaldea. I am Odysseus, commander of the Olympus Defensive Forces. What? I'm contacting you with our first and only warning. We have come to kill you.
I like how honest he is.
There will be no surrender, no offers of amnesty, and no negotiations. We will not stop until we have confirmed that every last one of you is dead.
Eep! How's Atlantis been so far? I just got here. After all the many preparations, cough cough cutscenes. And now I'm finally here and I'm ready being attacked. Eep! The pressure's so intense, he can't even get a word out.
This communication is terminated, as you will be shortly. So we can't even attempt to talk things out in an effort to maintain the status quo. This situation could not be worse.
We'll just have to make an escape. There's no way we can possibly defeat Canis at sea. Engineer, grab a salt lick. I'm gonna crank the engine as high as it can go. What was that? You wanna run that by me again, you cat bastard? What kind of predicament did you get my poor little ship into? When this is over, I'm gonna kick your ass so hard you'll taste nothing but shoe leather for a week. Alright guys, I'm taking the safety valve off the Triton wheel. All 4 compartments now running simultaneously. 30 seconds until we're at full battle speed. Holmes, Munair, set a course for minus 1200 seconds. We're going to dive back once the engine hits critical.
Yes, I'm well aware. Preparing for a zero cell now. Throw the prototype at them. We'll move to cut them down. We'll move to cut them off while it keeps them busy. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Opening cage and inputting target. Injecting. Theos Scleronomia. Go, go, go! It's still not enough. Canis, you go too.
You don't gotta tell me. No way I'm letting them get away. I'm gonna make them all wish they'd never been born. Especially that little runt. Canis, no!
I see. That vessel of theirs smells of Triton. They do say the sins of the parent are visited upon the child. Though, why Poseidon would bother to create such dull familial bonds is beyond me.
I'm getting something on the sonar. Hostile contact closing fast. Crap, it's going to intercept us before we can zero cell. If we get hit now, the Nautilus's whole outer layer will be completely shattered. Abort zero cell. Change the spells over to physical defense. Da Vinci, give me an escape route. Our only hope is to smash through this dragnet. What about us, Captain? You head out with MASH and hold back that servant on the surface. If Canis makes it inside the ship, we'll all be well and truly done for. I'll solidify the water near the Nautilus so you can use it as a foothold. Hopefully that'll be enough. How far underwater are we? And how fast can I go back up to the surface? Understood, Master. Let's go. Help me, MASH. Unless they're gonna fire me out as a torpedo. Roger that. Servicing now. Opening the hatch. surfacing now's good then. Doggo? What the hell is that?
It's a completely new type of enemy. It doesn't match anything in our records. I would normally encourage you to approach it with caution, but I'm afraid we simply don't have the time. Those other ships are making their way here as we speak. If we take too long, they'll have us completely trapped.
Right. I'll be as careful as I can. Engaging now. Awaiting your orders, Master. Mash, protect me and protect all of us from the doggo. Okay, good. I'm allowed to bring a friend support. I got the slightest tinge of fear that I'd be forced to, use Mash. Mash smash. But it should be fine. It's literally floating heads. Wait, 8 turns left? I guess I gotta survive for 8 turns? Increased attack and decreased damage taken. Ah, yes, what a great thing to have. And imagine having that kind of awesome ability. Sobs. I gotta kill the bartender or I lose. Oh, never mind then. Not as fun. I was expecting it to be like, okay, 8 turns. You win. Congratulations for living. Oh well. Oh well. It's easy compared to Lostbelt 4 though. Wait, who's Noble Phantasm? Who's ST? Oof. That was okay damage. Not too bad. Oh, single target. Okay. I mean, I do, but do I want to bring them right now? Only when it gets difficult. Plus, they said there'd be like a lot of enemies, so I expected hordes and hordes of hordes. Like a big onslaught. Good job, Musashi. Doggo's going down. Good thing MP seals now after I use all my MP, so it's fine. Go ahead and seal me. Whatever. It's not like I wanted to use it or anything. No, I do. I want to use Castoria if I can. Bye, Musashi. Nah, I'm never gonna get into the habit. I'm edgy. I'm too edgy. Got a brute force. And then strategic retreat. And then bring back a new team if the brute force team doesn't work. You know what's one do? Like, this isn't running away. It's a strategic retreat. And since Jason is here, there's nothing to fear. Bye, Castoria. Thanks, Jason, for keeping him alive. What a good boy you are, Jason. Ooh, I can use Arjuna here. What does this do again? Well, might as well, just for fun. Very good. Increasing my attack, super good, of course. And then all Arjuna. My poor golden boy is gonna get bullied. Good job, Arjuna. Bye, Jason. Bye, golden boy. And Arjuna lives. Though I think my bestie Sei could probably destroy him. Because, you know, she's my bestie. She can do what she wants to do, as one does when you're the bestie. Just in case, bestie's gonna evade. Great job, Arjuna. He was given the support of brute force by Jason and Sei. Like, here you go, you need more attack? Take this, buddy. I got you, bestie. And multiple enemy types, this is fine. Once the multiple types come out, yeah, completely fine.
What in the world is that thing? And how is it so absurdly strong?
I can't get a read on it. Her scans are being deflected or something. All of its stats are showing up as unknown. If our instruments can't even measure it, I think that means it might be a divine beast. Gah. It's too damn strong. I'm going to release my noble phantasm. Get ready, engineer. Are you nuts? Why would you use our trump card now, you moron? Fine. We're good to go at any time. Do it. And if you die from this, I'm taking over as the lead Nemo. Swapping Great Ram over to impact form.
Holmes, I'm on it. Go ahead and give it all you've got.
Run it through. Great Ram Nautilus. Good. The ram struck it dead on. Arg, but it's still alive, damn it.
Yes, but you did manage to slow it down. Now's a chance to escape. Both of you, get back here on the double.
I'm so sorry I wasn't able to defeat it.
No need for apologies. In terms of pure destructive power and durability, that thing is easily on par with the highest rank of servant. Right now, we just need to get as far away as we possibly hold it. Right there, magnify.
She huge.
What in the blue blazes is that? Holy cow, these magical energy readings are off the charts. No, wait. It's not the readings themselves. It's the sheer number of fluctuations I'm seeing. That thing is fluctuating fast enough to turn a human into a mummy and back again in the blink of an eye. There appears to be something moving about in its abdominal region. It would appear to be lamias and chimeras, fully grown to boot. You mean it's birthing monsters? What the actual hell? How?
We're witnessing the magic that is childbirth.
What's more, it's doing so at great speed. It would seem we are dealing with the mother of all monsters in a very literal sense. Now, the monsters it births are heading our way.
Master, let's do this, Mash. Right. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, little monsters! Time to teach you how cruel the world can be. First thing I do. That is the best first lesson, right? Like, hey kids, welcome to the world. Now, bonk. Oh, they're metallic. That's cute. That amount though. Well, that's fine. Oof. Just oof. They be pretty tough, huh? I'll just use Arjuna first. 'Cause why not? And I'll use it this way. Should be fine. It's not like I gotta destroy all 50 babies. Hopefully. I could see the game trolling me, being like, well, true, you don't have to defeat all 50, just 49. Makes sense if they have that buff. They get it from their mother. And let's see. Time to raise gauge. Raising gauge good. And I'll just give it to Musashi. Wee. Ouch. Time to bring out guts. It's because of slight tinge of fear. And gauge raising good. Good job, Musashi. Ah, so close, Castoria. No, don't you dare give me MP loss. That is, like, one of the worst things you could ever do. That wasn't too bad, luckily. Now let's see. Next part. Boop. There. We've got a lull in between we've got a lull in between waves. Now's our chance. I know. We'll begin evasive maneuvers as soon as we collect you. We'll make our way through any creatures we can't avoid with the naval ram and anti-submarine net cutters. Forget that, Captain. We've gotta get out of here now, before she gets here. Too late? There, above us. Gah. Mash. I'm okay. Although, that one blow was so powerful. Who are you?
Why do I gotta bother telling you my name now? Besides, we already exchanged pleasantries in Scandinavia. Then again, I'm enjoying that terrified look on your face, so why not? You wanna know who I am? Fine, you got it. My name is Canis, a divine spirit. I am the lightning that tears this shitty ocean apart. I'm also Krishtaya Wodaim's servant, and the envoy who's going to end every last one of you. But hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. I'm actually real happy I get to see you a lot like this. Between Russia, Scandinavia, China, and India, I figured you would have died way before getting here. Hell, I was so sure of it. I'd already put you out of my mind. But then you showed up like the pack of morons you are, flying by the seat of your pants. Now I know what it feels like to bust a gut laughing. You're gonna be worth destroying just as much as that fake-ass Triton. So hey, take your pick. What'll it be? Skewered alive or torn limb from limb?
I would like to pick the hidden option, where you decide to join me instead. Eee! My door opened.
Either one's fine by me. All I want is to hear your scream for mercy. Oh? What's the freaking nerd herd doing out here? How about you go back to your calculators and shit, and just leave the fighting to the grown-ups, huh?
They're the nerd herd, huh?
While I would love to do just that, I'm afraid that a few extra hands will be necessary to deal with a divine spirit. The name's Sherlock Holmes. I'm afraid I missed my chances to say hello back in Scandinavia, so here I am now to make up for my lack of manners. That's so? Well, I like that you mind your manners, at least in the sense that you don't piss me the hell off. On the other hand, I can't stand that whole prim and proper shit, so I think I'll split the difference and rip your guts out first. Did you really think a couple of human heroic spirits could even stand a chance against me? I'll show you what happens when trash like you tries to pick a fight with a god.
I kinda wish I raised my Canis so I could assert my dominance by using Canis against Canis. Oh. Oh. Well. Okay. I see how it is. Alrighty. Yep, okay. Now it's time to bring out MASH. Yay! MASH! Ha ha ha! And Da Vinci-chan and Holmes? Well, this will be an experience. And of course, she's invincible. Well, I just gotta live. That's how it be, you know, living good. Wow, look at the damage I'm getting. So much damage. Ouch. Oh. I thought I would have had to stall until she used a noble phantasm. Huh. So, one turn, huh? Ugh. I've had to take a lot of weak-ass noble phantasms to the face before, but yours is by far the most irritating. Gah. Holmes! None of our attacks worked.
Is that due to Canis' noble phantasm? Or perhaps it's a type of authority? Perhaps Captain was right. It may not be possible to do so much as scratch Canis at sea, or rather, on the Greek god's own ocean. Yeah, that's right. I'm immortal when I'm out on this sea. That's just how I'm made.
Thanks for telling us how you're made.
I didn't ask for that though. You can thank that piece of shit Poseidon for it. I would have been fine with just my lightning. Anyway, time's up. I'll say this for you, Scrawny. At least you know how to defend yourself. Alright, I'm gonna pull back, just like Odysseus planned. I was looking forward to beating the Master of Chaldea and that fake-ass Triton to death with my bare hands. But not enough to risk my own life. Later, Chaldea. I'll be nice and at least make sure you die a painless death.
Thanks, Canis.
Canis has retreated. I've got a very bad feeling about this. Return to the Nautilus. Oof.
Are you okay, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, I'll be alright. I feel at least slightly better than I did after my encounter with Sigurd after all. Then again, I suppose I was only able to handle Canis' spear, thanks to my experience against his demonic sword. At any rate, finding a way out of the situation is still our most urgent priority. Let's hurry on to the cockpit. I don't know why Canis fell back, but I sincerely doubt it was to give us time to rest.
Yeah, she wouldn't be that nice. Or maybe, just maybe, she secretly loves us. She could be tsundere. We're back.
Good. All crew members have returned safely. Submerging Nautilus now.
The Nautilus is safely underwater. Hopefully this will buy us some time.
Damn you, Kristaria. Wasn't that strange demonic beast enough? Did you really have to sick Canis on us too? It's just so childish to be so overprepared for our arrival.
Gordy, I'm not sure childish is the right word. I mean, this was pretty much the opposite of playing around.
Yes, good point, but never mind that now. We need to focus on getting out of here. Are we still not ready to zero cell?
Between that unidentified demonic beast attacks and the damage Canis' lightning did to the armor, repairs are gonna take some time. If we try to zero cell now, we'd all be crushed to a pulp under the pressure of void space. And since we don't want that happening, we'll just have to find another way out of these waters. The sonar's going nuts. A whole bunch of somethings are headed our way.
Crap. Are those depth charges? No, wait. They're creatures. There's what looks to be a ton of living somethings headed our way from the surface. Shit. They're gonna collide with us at 90 knots. What living thing could possibly move that fast?
I finished analyzing them. I think they're probably lamias.
Evasive maneuvers. All hands. Brace, brace, brace.
Sheesh. Oh man, this is really bad. They punctured section 2. We're starting to take on water. I'll seal it up once the crew's out of there. 3, 2, 1. There, it's sealed.
What the hell? I know those are living creatures. So where the depth charges come from?
Oh yeah, 109 103 miles per hour is fast. This is hatch lookout. I'm hearing something strange. Oh man, I think they're trying to pry it open. Sonar, porting in. I'm seeing a ton of ships on the surface, both ahead and behind us. There must be at least 50 of them. We can't possibly break through so many. Engine, all ahead. Flank speed. Shake off the creatures that are trying to pry open the hatch. Roger that. Flank speed.
Eep. What should we do? I don't want to die out here.
Don't even dare to breathe. I'm gonna join in with the dots. That strange sound coming from the hatch stopped. Did we lose them? No, I don't think we did. Though I can't say I'm surprised.
What's going on? Can't we just make a run for it now?
We're surrounded. They knew exactly what we were going to do.
Proceeding to phase 3. Activate the Lamias we built on the seabed. Once they've secured the target, we'll immediately...
There's nowhere left to go. The sea is usually a world of freedom. I've never felt so restrained here before. Uh-oh, I'm getting something on the sonar again. Now we've got hostiles coming from the seabed. They're pretty much the same as the ones before.
Was that another depth charge?
No, sir. That sounded more like some sort of metallic grinding. Are they eating our ship? Engine status? Are they still functioning? No, sir. They're all tangled up in something. We can't move so much as a centimeter. We can't cut it off with the anti-submarine net cutters, either. The only way we can get rid of it... the only way we can get it off is for someone to go out there.
Does that mean we're going... Does that mean we're going to... They're going to crush us to death? Wouldn't it be better to dash it all and risk the zero cell?
We still need a bit longer to prepare for that.
They're not giving us any time to react. Any time at all to react. Once they've been cornered, the only option they'll have left is a zero cell. That means there's still a chance they could escape if we continue to attack them with ordinary means. Therefore, we need to give them the solve of the heavens, so that there can be no room for miracles or miracles or coincidences. All ships, make sure you follow my commands to the letter. Anyone caught retreating will be punished severely. Yes, sir! What? What is it now? What's the matter now?
Is that a high energy signature coming in from orbital space? Yes, this is basically the opponent doing an effects chain. Just big oof. The one turn KO. We should have an ultra long range lens now thanks to Sion, right? Use that to zoom in as close as you can. Roger. Activating ultra long range lens now. Zooming in to 16,000 meters, 32,000 meters, 64,000 meters, 120,000 meters, 240,000 meters, 500,000 meters. Whoa, there's something there. Putting it up on the monitor now.
What?
Is that really a spaceship? What? That looks like an alien.
I presume this is orbiting directly above us at this moment.
That's what it looks like.
What is that? What in the ever-loving blazes is that? I thought the Lostbelts were supposed to be places where human history stalled out. How can they have a spaceship that looks like something our top scientists could only have dreamed about?
We might have been able to gather more information about it if we still had our connection to Sion. But at a glance, it sure looks like it's more advanced than anything in our own world. Dot dot dot. Ooh, hello, hello. Master, what's wrong? We're all going to die. But it's a good thing I have these command spells to hopefully revive you guys. Ha ha ha. Die? Ah. An enormous ship hangs suspended in the hazy darkness of space.
Hostile entity detected. Authenticating request confirmed. Verifying target coordinates via ground level ether sonar. Readying cannon to fire on target location. Anatole Octopria. We'll never be able to evade this by conventional means. Professor, allocate all resources towards maximizing defenses. Understood. Activating bounded field spells. Authorizing code L, New Moon. Activating bounded field spells 1 through 60. And spatial distortion spells up to maximum depth. Good. But don't fall behind on those zero cell preparations either. Here it comes!
Good luck to us. Nash, I'll hold your hand.
Dispatching interstellar cannon evacuation alert. Firing energy charge in 3, 2, 1. Shooting star Ortigia.
The light converged on a single point, transforming into an enormous arrow. No, it wouldn't be fitting to call it an arrow. This was a weapon designed to shoot down intergalactic vessels, a weapon created to tear through entire planets. An anti-planet noble phantasm. Now, its light streaks down towards a single submarine, the Nautilus. Maybe the water will dull the impact? I wish. Bounded field spells 1 through 60 have been destroyed. The spatial distortion spell has already been eroded to 2% capacity. Time for the distortion to repair itself. 5 seconds. The spell isn't going to hold. Initiate zero cell.
Captain, we can't. If we try in this state...
Gordolf, punch it! Punch the ray, Gordolf! Use your Goff punch! Or Gordolf, you and I can punch it together. We'll use the power of the Bro Fist.
It's a hit. The Chaldean ship has been completely vaporized. Too bad for the guys who had to keep them surrounded. A necessary sacrifice. We couldn't give them time to fall back. Shall we go home now, sir? No, not yet. We're going to check the target area for any remains.
Man, why you gotta be so thorough?
Are you sure, sir? Yeah, are you sure, sir? There's not so much as a scrap of them left. And that is reason not to look because... Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. We'll start searching the area right away. Is this why he paid that foxwoman such an exorbitant price for that shadow border analysis? Because he foresaw this turn of events. That light I saw at the end.
You saw no light. Shh, shh. Close your eyes. What light? No light. Hestia Island. Ooh, impossibly miraculous. How impossible? As impossible as Gordolph and I bro fisting that light out of the ocean? Whoa, that was amazing. There'd been a booming sound and a blinding flash of light, the kind you'd expect at the end of the world. I'd heard rumors about the goddess's hammer of justice, but I'd never seen it for myself. I've never seen it for myself before. You could feel its sheer destructive power just from the storm that blew onto the beach. I had my reasons for paying the beach a visit, but I was also just a little bit curious. I did think I might be able to help somehow if anything had washed up on shore, but I hadn't really thought about it any further than that. I definitely didn't expect to run into any survivors. I mean, the whole idea that anything could survive that just seemed laughable. After all, the whole point of the god's punishment was to wipe its targets completely out of existence. Which is why... Huh? Which is why it was so tragic to see that lone, frail-looking person washed up on the beach. Frail-looking person? Who's the frail-looking person? I'm swole. Because I was the only one there with any hope of saving her. Unless they mean MASH. Then please save MASH. What just... Oh! I can't... breathe. Oh! Hey, are you okay? Are you still alive? Are you still breathing? Oh no, you aren't, are you? There's something stuck in your windpipe. Am I getting CPR? Let's see, I think for a choking victim, you're supposed to get behind them, put pressure on their abdomen. Oh, I recognize who it is just because of the floaty. The floaty with a mouth. I mean, you can't see the mouth yet, but floaty. 1, 2, 3. Cough hack. Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness. Are you alright? Have you come to your senses? Can you see me okay? Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy I could cry. Wait, no, I am crying. You are? Why? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Please just let me get out of my system. Oh. Foe, it's you! Oh, so this little guy's named Foe? Is he your pet? I guess I'd say he's more of a friend. Foe. What? Why would you have a problem with that? You're funny. Wait. You wouldn't happen to be a master, would you? Are you a servant? I am, actually. Are you into masters? Aha! I knew it. You see, I'm actually a servant myself. Does it surprise you? Please say yes. Alright, I still haven't introduced myself, have I? My name's Charlotte. Charlotte Corday. I'm probably extremely minor as far as heroic spirits go, so I won't blame you if you haven't heard of me. Don't worry, I know who you are. Actually, I heard the name before, but I forget what she did, so I haven't, sorry. Ooh, hello, how am I doing? I think I'm dying, but at the same time I'm alive, so it's okay. Oh no, don't be. I'm actually delighted to hear that. Really, the things I did should never have gone down in history in the first place. But never mind that. What brings you all the way out to a place like this anyway? Well... Backstory. No, I get it. Yes, it all makes sense. This must be what I was summoned for. I've been wondering what I'm supposed to be doing here ever since I've materialized here. So now that I know, I promise I'll do whatever I can to help. Then, does that mean... Yes. I may be stupid, useless, and a good for absolutely nothing. But I promise I'll do the best I can in spite of all that. Oh. Aw, you're very cute, aren't you, Foe? So what exactly is he anyway? Some kind of squirrel? Okay, she was executed by Sanson. I was summoned here about a month ago. But it wasn't long before I realized that, well, I can't actually do anything on my own. You mean there's no enemies to fight here? Really? Nothing at all? Yes, really. And it's not because I'm an assassin or anything. I'm just... genuinely helpless. But I have a good feeling about this. I think I'm finally going to get to be helpful. I'll certainly do my very best. Anyway, I suppose the first order of business is probably tracking down all of your other companions. So while we're doing that, I'll tell you everything I know about Atlantis. That'd be great, thanks. And is that why Sanson was here? Though he went poof early. Of course. Okay, so this island we're on now is called Hestia, after one of the gods of Olympus. There's a village here where some humans live, and another servant lives on that island as well. Another servant? Yes, he calls himself the Courier. I still don't know what his true name. But he's the one who brought me here on a ship. A ship, huh? By the way, Misaki, I'm afraid I have some bad news. What's that? You're not gonna stab me or anything, right? I actually have no idea where we are right now either. No, where was that village again? Ah, she just like me, directionally challenged. Oh? I wonder where we are now. Oh. I'm sorry. Now that I think of it, losing my way is how I ended up at that beach earlier too. Why did you lose your way? Well... Oh! Shh! Uh-oh. A demonic beast. I'm afraid I have some more bad news now. I lost my way earlier because I was running away from the demonic beast. Huh? There's no way we can beat it. Run away! Oh! Or maybe I can punch it. It's so fast. Oh crap, it's gaining on us. It's so fast! Misaki! Corday! Please run for it. I'll hold it off as best as I can. I promised myself I'd be useful this time. This time? Here goes nothing. No, I'ma help you fight. I can punch it. You stab, I punch. Yeah, that's how it'd be. Level 45 though. Oh, it's a python. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's fun. Those are interesting. I'm gonna raise her gauge real quick, so I'm gonna evade here. I wanna do the death thing. Third skill's a random effect. Ooh, that's fun. It's gotcha. Uh-oh, not poison. I'm gonna try it. I got critical. Well, I might as well evade now, cause why not? Why's it gotta be only one turn though? One turn hurts. Ooh, lower. Lower T significantly raises the insta-kill success rate. Okay, that's good. I like that. You know, that sounds great. Insta-kill, fingers crossed. Yes, death! I like how she just calmly stabs. That's fun. I thought she was leading me into the forest to calmly stab me too. We're completely surrounded. No, I won't give up yet. Huh? Oh? Is it raining on them? Having a body can be a real pain sometimes. No wait, something's not right here. Why do I even have to do this anyway? I mean, I'm a servant for Petro's sake. Petro? Who's Petro? Oh, maybe it's because of my name originally meant one who discharges water? That's an interesting name origin. One who discharges water. Ah, yes. That must be it. Whoever thought that was a good name for... whoever thought that was a good name for anybody? Oh. One who discharges water. Maybe the person when they were born, they were crying so much that the person naming them was like, ha, look at this. Look at this pleb. One who discharges water, that is your name. Does that mean the water falling on the demonic beast's heads is actually... Please no. Please no. Rain? Is it... not tears, it's not spit. Are they peeing? Is that supposed to be pee? Oh. I'm just gonna back away. I ain't touching that rain. Hmm? What's that? Did I get it on somebody? Haha, sorry about that. Hang on, I'll be right down. Hup. Oh. Oh, it's Super Ion. Okay. Was he peeing on everyone? I'm peeing on the enemies. That is what one does to assert dominance, you know? Sorry again. Didn't mean to involve you guys in my little, bit of fun. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, as one does for fun. Jumping in the trees and peeing on the enemies. So, who'd I get it on? Not me. I literally couldn't live with myself if it had. Guess that means you guys were the unlucky winners then. Haha, my bad. Ugh, gross. Stay away from me. But you're the one who... I'm sorry, this is a little too much for me. Oh. There we go, a nice solid hit. Hey there. I don't know who you are, but you're lucky I found you when I did. Thank you for saving us. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Thank you for saving us and for not peeing on us. Well, aren't you polite? Nice to see you know your manners. As for the pretty young lady, you a servant? Yes I am. And I take it you are as well? Sure am. I think this calls for a toast to our fateful encounter. Just, wash your hands first. Bo! I agree. Cleanliness comes first. Alright, I hear ya. Man, what a pain. Okay, let's try that again. This means I saved your lives, yeah? Well, I guess... technically... Yikes! I must have made an even worse first impression than I thought. Well, your entrance was a little... okay, incredibly off-putting. But I suppose we wouldn't be here right now, if not for you, so thank you for that. So beautiful. Say, now that I've washed my hands, maybe it'd be alright if I held yours? No, I think I'll pass on that, thanks. We still don't even know each other's names after all, so I think it's much too early for anything like hand-holding. Ouch. Rejected with cold, hard logic. That's just sad.
Okay then. Sounds like introductions are in order. I'm Orion, the TriStar Hunter.
Good first thought, Bear. Huh, are you for real? Phone?
Ah, now I gotcha. So you've met me before then.
Well, yes and no. I'm not sure that counts. Well, yes and no.
What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, you are?
Charlotte Corday.
Oh, I see.
It's okay if you never heard of me. I'm a very minor figure as heroic spirits go.
Haha, sorry about that.
I'm so sorry, Misaki. I wasn't able to be useful after all. If Orion hadn't showed up, who knows what would have become of us? What do you mean? You saved our lives by stalling. Huh? But I couldn't even defeat a single demonic beast.
Don't be ridiculous. I'd never have been able to save you guys if you hadn't hung in there like you did.
Oh. I see. Then, I was useful after all. That's wonderful. That means I can die now.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say was, I'm so honored now that I could die a happy servant. And being able to help humanity is a dream come true for me. I can almost feel myself disappearing as we speak.
Well, don't, okay? I mean it.
Oh, Oh, I get it. You're actually egging me on, aren't you?
Not even close. Actually, hold on. Something's still not adding up. Let's see. You're not an Atlantean, right? And you're a servant? What's going on here?
Many things are going on here, Orion. Many things. Make a contract with me and then you'll find out. Yeah, make a contract with me, please. Let me summon you.
Now I see. So you're a master. Oh, don't worry. I can promise you with absolute certainty that I'm a servant from proper human history. So, if you're here, does that mean you came to set this Lostbelt right?
I guess so. I'm still not sure. I guess so.
Not exactly brimming with confidence, are you? So, I'm guessing from the way you're looking at me that you'd like me to help you. But I can't.
Oh?
Too much hassle.
Wow. Wow. That's it? That's your whole reason? Is that really your reason? That's it? Is that your whole reason?
What more do you need? Things don't always have to be overly complicated.
You can't be serious. You must be 1,000 times more useful than I could ever hope to be. So why won't you agree to help?
Well, let's just say I've got my reasons.
Humph. Now that's a sulk if I've ever seen one. Alright then. I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. Come on, Misaki. We'll never find the village if we keep wasting our time here. Let's just get going.
Does she know that the village is in the opposite direction? Corday, wait!
Alright. I'd almost forgotten we're lost. We're lost. Orion, would you take us there, please?
Didn't you just say we're going our separate ways? Haha, I'm just pulling your leg. Come on, follow me. Oh, and just so you know, It's over a day's walk from here, so we'll have to make camp at some point.
Really? My gosh, I must have been even less attentive than I realized. I had no idea I'd gone so far.
Well, don't worry. I promise I'll at least get you to the village safe and sound.
That'd be great, thank you.
So, let me ask you this. How much do you guys know about this Lostbelt?
Just that it's the biggest. I know that it's Crystaria's domain.
Yeah? Can't say I know anyone by that name. But I have heard there's someone called a Crypter staying at Olympus.
And I guess I only know that the weather is very mild and pleasant here. Oh, and the Atlanteans. Besides that, there are powerful demonic beasts here who are much stronger than I am.
Powerful demonic beasts? Yeah, I guess. But it's nothing that'll get in the way of life on this island. In that sense, it's nice and peaceful around here. I hope your friends are still alive.
They are. Me too. Me too. I mean, Mash, fine. Gordolf, of course. Holmes and Da Vinci, yes. Unair, maybe. The others, I'm not sure. Captain, of course. Me too.
I mean, there's nothing worse than dying, right? Can't say I'm too fond of killing either. So hey, I've got a question for you. A real serious one. So I want you to look me right in the eye and answer it as truthfully as you can.
Oh? Okay.
This Chaldea place you're from, does it have other girls as cute as you? Or any other pretty ladies to speak of?
Ah yes, new thumbnail image. Boop. Thumbnail acquired. Orion? What about Artemis?
Irk! Well, if nothing else, we don't have to worry about her at the moment.
Is this really that important a question?
It is for me.
I see. I suppose, having been raised in the Abbey, I simply cannot understand an issue like this.
Anyway, we better call it a night. Got an early morning ahead of us tomorrow. Go on and get some sleep.
Oh. Good night, Bo.
There we go, out like a light. Sweet dreams, Misaki. I'll be around to help you out for at least a little while. You ready, Charlotte?
As ready as I'll ever be. And please call me by my last name.
You got it!
Are they training?
Alright, you lot. Keep it down so you don't wake up Misaki. And I'll make your deaths quick and painless.
Well, that's fun. I'm into this. Cool. They're training and they're probably gathering me some food for the morning. How sweet of them. We're gonna eat good, we're gonna eat monster meat. My favorite. Delicious pythons. Yummy. Very, very yummy. Let's see. Maybe I'll use that too. There's just one turn, so I'll just say that one. Boop, boop, boop. I like how he's punching them. I respect it when they punch. Punching is the most entertaining. Oh no, that's a poisonous one. I do not appreciate that. Oh yeah, I'm sleeping. I can't do anything. I forgot.
Artemis, その力を貸してくれ。お前と一緒なら負ける気がしない。よし、ぶちかます。アルテミス、アグノス、ユキリンにやってやる。
Great job, my dude. Yo, that hits so hard. Okay, that was a lot more damage than I thought it would be. That is amazing. And ouch. Cool. Because the last time I brought him, he just went poof. Great job, Super Ryan, especially since you're level 100. Assert your dominance, sir. That is seriously amazing. Oof. Charlotte, your training was okay. Let the master do the work now, though. Oof. Great job, Orion. Super duper great job. You truly are super, sir.
Alright, that takes care of that.
Oh.
Oh hey, didn't know you were still up, Verbal.
Oh.
I know that expression. You're wondering why I'm not helping out, aren't you?
I am too, honestly. I mean, the best I can do in battles like that is slow everyone else down.
Well, it's complicated. The truth is, I really do want to help. I just need to agonize over it a little longer. I've never had to deal with anything like this before. I might not look it, but I've actually got a lot on my mind. Atlantis is awesome. There's no war, and nobody wants for anything. The only thing more people have to worry about... the only thing most people have to worry about is the demonic beasts. But there is only one part I can't tolerate. I just can't tolerate. Knock it off. She's not an enemy. Get lost. I don't feel like talking right now.
Artemis, is that you?
Shh.
Who was that?
I guess I'd have to say she was... my ex-girlfriend?
Ex-girlfriend? Wait, what?
But even though we broke up, we're still not exactly estranged.
What?
Anyway, that's how it is. I'd appreciate if you could keep this between us.
Well, if you insist that's how it is, I certainly don't know enough about that sort of thing to say otherwise.
You don't?
No, I don't. Is that odd?
Well, I guess that's okay.
Good. Anyway, it doesn't look like any more demonic beasts will be bothering us. So I'm going to stay close to Misaki. Nice. We cuddle to sleep together. But since I have Orion's face in the darkness for a thumbnail, I will go to switch on to summoning instead. Hee 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 hee. Plus, I do got homework to do anyways. So wait, Domon, you know you want to come home to me. Or Tsuna. I would do the summoning chant thingy, but I don't think you like that. I feel like you purposely stayed away from my Chaldea just because I said it. One who wishes for salvation. Domon, come to me instead. Domon, you are the man. New Doji Temple. Come on, Domon, I got you a temple and everything. Domon? Domon! I need an alter ego, Domon! Domon? Domon! Hello, Serenity. Domon. Domon, I'll give you gentle affection. Come on, Domon. Hello, Paracelsus. Have you seen Domon around here? I got you a potion of youth, Domon. I'll drink it. If you don't want it, don't mind if I do. Domon, you want some phantasmal species? They look delicious. Ooh. Ooh. Tuna? Hey! Hey, Tuna! Have you seen Domon anywhere? Cool. Hello, Medea. Have you seen Domon? Ah, gentle affection features Jack's master. Hello, Henry Jekyll and Hyde. Have you seen Domon?
Saber, Watanabe no Tsuna. 特に言うことはない。鬼や魔性を切りたいのなら、俺が適任だろう。人を切るのは少し苦手だが、そこは勘弁してほしい。
Good to know that you're not keen on slaughtering humans. Thank you, Tsuna. You will not slaughter me, right? Domon. Domon, my Chaldea is good enough for Tsuna to visit. You know you want to pay me a visit, Domon. Athengabla. For you, Domon. 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 Hey. You know you want to come here, Domon. Come here. Come here. Domon. Domon, you want some necromancy? You seem like you'd be into that, Domon. Domon, I got you a soul leader. You know you want it, Domon. Domon? Hey, Billy, have you seen Domon? Domon! Domon! Hey, Inshun, have you seen Domon? Come on, Domon. Ooh, royal presence. That's pretty. That is a very pretty craft essence. Domondo. Domon. Icy gold. Domon? Domon, is it you? Wait, is it him? Eh? Or never mind, I got... Yo, Chinako! Okay, you know, I'm fine with this. She has graced my Chaldea. I like her. I gotta raise her. She actually came home! Chinako, yo! You know, this is a win. Don't mind, I don't need you anymore. I got myself a nice gamer girl. She's gonna be part of my gamer girl crew. Yeah, goodbye, Domon.
よくぞ我を召喚した。我こそ福を招き、富を与え、絶対の安らぎ。すなわち休暇を約束する神霊。疑似サーバント、ムーンキャンサー、ガネーシャである。我はいるだけで汝に富をもたらすもの。あまり前線に出さないよう心がけるがよい。
Don't bring her to the front that often. She gave me luck though, so maybe Domon will come this time. But I'm happy. Jinako's a win. And then afterwards, I just think about how much I want Domon. Because maybe he's shy. But yo, Jinako, that is a true win. Tuna and Jinako, I'm not upset. Like, fine, Domon. Be like that. Jinako. She's fun. And that completes my Moon Cancers collection. Hello, Medusa. So that's kind of fun. I got every Moon Cancer, I believe. That is where my collection is strongest. I mean, granted, there's only a few, but I still got them. Hello, Magicardo. Have you seen Domon? Watch Arcade come home quickly because she's a Moon Cancer, and then Moon Cancer's like my Chaldea. Hello, Avispron. I don't know what that says about my Chaldea though, if Moon Cancer's like partying here. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that why the altars are like, nah, this Chaldea is dangerous? Hey there, William. Can you tell me where Domon is? Domon! Domon wants to play hard to get, huh? He really does! Like the others. Oof. But you know what's fine? I got myself a nice gamer girl and a guy with a sword. A cool guy with a sword. So I think that's a win. I just gotta think about how much I want him compared to the lovely Buki. Gosh darn it, I gotta debate who gets my love more. Or else, oof. Big oof. But you know, it's fine. It's fine for now. I'm satisfied. I got to see part of Atlantis. I mean, everything went poof, but I'm alive. I met Charlotte and Orion. Orion can't join me, but I got Charlotte. That's good. I'm fine with that. Don't mind just being sussy right now. He'll probably come home like off stream later. But for now, I'll go see what's for dinner and then work on some homework because I gotta do some. At least start the book report that's due after Thanksgiving. So thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I'll see you guys later. I gotta be good now. Bye bye.